Kamaljeet Singh Bakshi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to speak on this bill. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Minister, Pasita Sam Lotoenga, for introducing this bill. Mr. Speaker, drug and alcohol is a very important part of our life, which shows that the crime, one of the biggest reasons behind the crime is drug and alcohol. And the irony is that we are going through a petition in Law and Order Select Committee where the petitioner has requested us to legalize cannabis. And this government is really focused on reducing the use of alcohol and drug. And there are some people who want the other drugs to be legalized, which I don't think that this national government will support in any manner. And this bill, which is a very important tool we are going to provide to the corrections and to the police, which will help to monitor on the offenders that whether their bail condition is being breached or not. It is very important that we have to have the tools. In past 6-7 years, this government has really focused on providing tools to the police, to the judiciary, so that we can reduce crime in this country. Crime is one thing which makes people unsafe. As I said in one of the speeches yesterday during the parole amendment bill, that people are now feeling safe at their home, they are feeling safe on the streets, they are feeling safe at their businesses. That is what people want from a government. And this government in past 6 years, 7 years, have provided tools to the judiciary, to the police, so that we can reduce the crime. Crime is lowest since 1978, which means a lot to the people. It has given a lot of confidence and people are feeling happy about it. Mr. Speaker, I have got little doubt that national government has always endeavored to make communities stronger and safer by focusing its investment on the sectors like rehabilitation, education, and improving the profile of the prisoners. Mr. Speaker, we right now have got 3 prisons which are called as working prisons, where the prisoners are being trained in different sectors so that they can have some kind of trade training before they go back into the community. Once they are back in the community, they have got the confidence that they can work, they can integrate into the community, and people can save and be protected from their past. People have to think about this thing that the past they have to forget and look forward to the future. Mr. Speaker, it is great to see that more and more people who earlier may not have clarity on their pathway to their life, leaving the prison and now able to think about their future, about their families, about their children. I don't think that any offender would like to go back to the jail or to prison on re-offending. And that is the reason the re-offending is also coming down with the time. And as the minister mentioned in his speech, that corrections is working very hard to make sure that the re-offending rate is coming down. Mr. Speaker, Prime Minister has set targets for better public services. And with that target, we have set a target for re-offending to be reduced by 25% by 2017. And as we were having a financial review yesterday at Law and Order Select Committee, and the corrections are very confident that they will be working towards this target so that we can achieve in days to come. Mr. Speaker, the investment into the future of our prisoners is an investment for the New Zealand's future. We want to ensure that people who are working are feeling safe, and this bill...
Order. I am now going to invite the member in the second half of his speech. He was really good for about 2 minutes, but now to address the bill. Thank you. Not post-release, which has nothing to do with the bill.
Mr. Speaker, this bill will give rights to the police and corrections to try to ensure that offenders and the baileys to comply with the drug and alcohol conditions. They can test them, but this bill doesn't provide them that they should breach their privacy. They should make sure that the privacy is maintained, and it is not that quite often they go and test them. They have to ensure that what they are doing is not breaching any privacy, and the offender is not being harassed because of this. Current legislation, Mr. Speaker, doesn't give any clarity or any authority to police or corrections to do such kind of tests. But this bill will help in putting up a legislative basis for the testing and the monitoring of the baileys and the community-based offenders with the drug and alcohol conditions. It requires all the baileys and the community-based offenders who are subject to the drug and alcohol abstinence condition imposed by the court or parole board to undergo alcohol and drug testing and to submit the continuous monitoring if directed by the police or the Department of the Corrections. Mr. Speaker, the Chief Executive of the Department of Corrections and the Commissioner of Police will have this authority to have that testing method and procedures set for an offender. Mr. Speaker, this is another tool which we are going to provide to the judiciary and will help to reduce the crime further and reoffending, and I hope that it will go a long way to the security of the people. And I commend this bill to the House.
Thank you.
Speaker.
The Honourable Phil Goff.
Mr. Speaker, the purpose of this bill is